Okay, so after we've set up appointment types in Open Dental and we've set up your operatory provider settings in Kasper, it's time to set up appointments that your patients can choose from when scheduling online. So let's go to settings and then we'll go to online scheduling. And we're going to click action and add appointment. And then you're going to select from the procedure group. Now, these are all of the appointment types that you created in Open Dental. So I'm going to set up the new patient adult appointment first. The display name is what you want the patient to see when they're making a selection online. So the average person isn't going to know dental terminology like prophy or limited exam, what any of that means. So make sure the display name is something that the average patient will understand. So I'm going to put cleaning here and click add. So the appointment's been created in Kasper, and this appointment type is for a new patient, right? I had made it in Open Dental to have a comprehensive exam, FMX, Pano, etc., and set the appointment to be 90 minutes since it would be a new patient appointment. So I'll select that it's for new patients and not select returning patients because I don't want returning patients to schedule that type. And now I'll select providers. And I guess I want all of these appointment types to go through the hygiene department. So I'll select Tina and Bruce, the hygienists, and then I'll hit save. So now let's create the ReCare version. So I'll hit action, add appointment. I'll do ReCare adult. Cleaning adult ReCare. And I'll select returning patients and I'll make my providers the same, Bruce and Tina. Okay, now let's do a limited exam or the emergency exam. So I'll add the appointment. Just hit limited exam. That one is a limited exam, bite wing and PA in Open Dental. And I'm going to name it emergency. That way, if a patient is like in pain or, that'll be easy to understand. I'll hit add. And I want both new and returning patients to be able to schedule this. And then I'll select Dr. Scott as the provider. You can see that it's going to be an Op2. Maybe I want limited exams to be able to be seen in hygiene rooms too. I could select those two if I wanted, but I'm going to keep it simple. And now I'm going to finish adding the rest of the appointments to here. Okay, we've finished adding appointments into Kasper. So now let's see how it looks. I'm going to click action. I'm going to copy the public link. And then I'll open up a new tab right here. Boop. And I'll paste it in. So this is what it's going to look like. It'll have your logo and your office name and address, etc. And then let's look at how it looks. So you can click new patient. And once you click one of those two, they have to click new or returning patient. Let's say I'm a new patient and I want a cleaning, and now I can either choose any provider or I can be selective. Maybe I want to see Tina specifically. And then I can pick the date and whichever time slot I want. So if I'm a returning patient, maybe I have an emergency and I need to see somebody. I'm in pain, I'll pick something So now if an appointment is already scheduled in a time slot, let's look at it like this. Whoops. So Op2 is completely open, but let's say I already have an appointment in Op2, or well, let's do like a later date, make it a little more understandable. So October 13th on Thursday, let me move this appointment over. So I want to book it for October 13th. And that's booked at 10 a.m. You can see that 10 a.m. is not available in here. Maybe there isn't an appointment there, but maybe Dr. Scott has a very big root canal tomorrow morning and you don't want certain time slots open. So we don't want him to be interrupted by an emergency exam. So we need to add a blockout. So let's go to the schedule again. We'll go to tomorrow. And let's say that at 10 a.m. we do not want him interrupted. So we need to make sure that blockout types are set up correctly first. So in Open Dental, you'll go to Setup, and you'll go to Definitions, and then you'll go to Blockout Types. Let's add one. I'm going to name it Schedule Block. And then I'm going to choose a color for funsies. I'm going to go with, like, I don't know, a light orange. Okay, and then most important, you need to choose block appointment scheduling. Hit OK and close. So let's say at 10 a.m. You're going to right click. I'm going to hit Add Blockout. I'm going to select a start and stop time. I want it to be an hour. I can add a note if I want to. I'm going to select the type that I want, which is schedule block. I want it in Op2. I'm going to hit OK. Boom. Schedule blocked. So once the blockout is placed, the appointment slot will not be available online. So here you can see that the 10 a.m. time slot is no longer available. So the last thing that I wanted to point out would be don't forget to add paperless forms automations so that patients can automatically receive a link to fill out their forms once their appointment is created. So to do that, you'd go to paperless forms and automation, and just make sure that these are selected so that once people do create an appointment online, they'll be able to receive the forms that they need to fill out to save y'all a bunch of work on the front end. So that would be it for setting up online scheduling. So